So as always, I'm going to start sharing the YouTube link. Telegram. Give me a second. That's it. We are live. Okay, updates. So on Friday, in the beginning of the morning, I was working first on fixing a small thing in the PR regarding sync aggregates, and then looking a bit in the 2% of missed blocks that we still have in the sync aggregate in the sync calculation. Yeah, I decided to move to another thing just to clean my head, and I started working in another PR. It's not really urgent, but that was something that was bugging me, and I really wanted to like shift focus and then come back to this again with a fresh mind. So I started working on 1285. It was related to the add and delete of validators, that it was like spread the logic in libp2p, and also some K-store management functions that was in the validator set and need to be moved to the K-store model. And I also like clean a bit of things regarding the beacon state API, because we like fetch the beacon state in the validators. Now that's not needed because the news are moved to the validator set, where we know how much of validators we have, in which route we are, and all of the things that were needed in that moment are not needed now. So things appear to be working. I am still testing it because, yeah, I'm still testing it. But when the test is finished, I'm going to open the PR for review. It's already finished, so it's clean up and everything. It's there, but I'm trying to test it before opening for review throughout the whole things that the PR changed. So that's it. I'm going to open the PR for review in a matter of hours, I guess. And I created the issue regarding the 2%. I get I also made a particular debug and see the things that were happening. One of the things that I understood is that this is not an aggregation bit problem. So the aggregation bits are correct. Everything is in the place that it is. So there should be something related to the duties calculation that is in this, but I'm still didn't get it. But I created the issue. I put all the things that I found, and yeah, it's there. So after finishing this peer review, I'm going to like decide if going with fixing that 2% or start working in the subnet info error that we discussed the other day, that is making some of the message that we broadcast not being picked up because we are subscribing later to the. So I'm going to choose randomly on one of those and then the other. So that's the idea for today.
That sounds great. I have a couple of questions. The
Sure.
first one is regarding the PR that you are about to open, like today or tomorrow.
Yes. No, no, no.
That's
Today.
just
Yes, yes, yes.
today. That
Today. Yeah.
that was just a refactor, right?
Yes, yes.
So
It's
it's
it's just a
okay.
refactor. There were some things that were not in the correct place, and also it cleaned a lot of logic in, yeah, in libp2p and in the validators that didn't need to be aware of that. The validator set knows a lot of things that both libp2p and the validator didn't know, and they were like moved to where it belongs.
Okay, that's cool. Regarding I think the second point you made, or the second item you talked about, was what you call the 2%, right?
Yeah,
So what happens now is that we are missing 2% of
the
our
blocks.
block proposing
Yes,
responsibilities, right?
yes, and just to be clear, it's 2% when we are mostly the only proposer. So if we are not the only proposer,
Right.
it's less than 2%. I don't know how much, but it's a lot less than 2%. It happens when we are like proposing all the time, and I need to find what is the relationship between these blocks that are being missed, right? Because aggregation bits
Yeah.
is not the thing. I like went
No, that's a great check.
one by one, and it's not that. So yeah, it should be another thing, and they should be related for sure. So I just like created the issue with all the information I have right now, and
Nice.
I guess it shouldn't be like too difficult to find what it is, because they have to have something in common. So I'm going to find out pretty quickly.
Definitely. I have a couple of questions towards that.
Yes.
Like we can expand afterwards in the issue or
Sure,
offline,
sure.
but just to clarify, so we are only missing proposal duties,
Yes.
right? We are not missing any other duties for now.
No, no, no. We are so the sync
Yeah.
aggregates are working pretty great, and the missed
Mhm.
blocks that are creating are because of those sync aggregates added to our blocks. So that's the only kind of block that we are missing. Sorry, that's the only kind of block that we are missing with these new changes. No, I don't know if we have like other conditions that make this happen, but this particular PR generated this kind of 2% of block missed in our proposals.
Right.
And
And
yes,
one follow up question, which is like, when you say that the block is missed, I assume that you're talking about Dota, right? Like you are looking at the Explorer, and the Explorer says it's missed.
it's
Do
it's
you?
it's it's
Is
two
it not
things.
proposed, or
No, no,
like
no.
is the
Yes, it's not even proposed because we detect
ah
that the signature is incorrect. So we are detecting the signature is
okay, okay,
incorrect. We are not proposing it, but also I tested like I bypassed the validation and just proposed it anyways, and it's not
yeah.
picked up also. So we are validating it correctly. The others also are validating it, and it's bad. So yeah, it's we are missing
So
it.
like
We are
yeah,
knowing why.
maybe we were even like i- one possible cause might be that the signatures are being emitted incorrectly, for instance. So when you validate them, like it's correct to discard it, because if
Okay,
you pass
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, I get
that's
what you mean.
just throwing an idea into the air.
Yes, I assume that that would happen for sure
Yeah.
in mainnet or testnet if someone
Right.
is spamming. I don't think that happens in kurtosis because
Right.
I suppose that we are all like being uh, I don't know like righteous in what
Yeah.
we
Yeah. We're
share
being
within the
honest,
block.
validators.
Yeah, that's the word honest. Yes, I think we are all honest. So that's not what is happening here. We have a to do regarding the validation of attestations and sync agrees that I'm sure that that will happen in mainnet, but that's another issue.
Right.
Now, yeah, here I think it has to be related to how we are looking for the pub kits and generating the signature. I'm not sure about that, but that's the
Right.
first thing that came to my mind because there is only two things in here: aggregation bits and how we get the pub kits for those. The
Right.
pub kits that we are getting are the same that the aggregation bits that we are having, and I calculated manually the aggregation bits and they are working as expected. So there should be an issue in how we are getting these pub kits in this particular kind of blocks, and I need to look at why. But I'm pretty convinced that it should it should be related to boundaries. I didn't test it, but I'm pretty convinced that it should be related to boundaries. So I'm going to go through that route when I'm continue debugging that issue. Yeah.
That could well be the case. Like, is there a pattern? Is it usually near epoch
I, I,
boundaries or
I I
something?
didn't I didn't saw it because I
Right.
like get so true, but I assume it should be a pattern. It should be a one. So yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
I'm
good
going.
hypothesis.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to go with first trying to identify the pattern and looking it in the boundaries just in case. But
Yeah.
yeah, the pattern should show what we are looking for. Yeah.
That's awesome. Like I have all the context that I wanted. I don't think I have any more questions regarding that issue. And actually, I don't think I have any more questions regarding any issue. I don't remember if there was anything else. I think that
No,
was
no,
just it.
we have also. I could go with that or go with the subnet info regarding the missing, but it's pretty easy. It's just like it's pretty easy
Oh yeah.
in what is
So
the context, right? The context is
yeah,
we are subscribing late, so that's the context. How we solve that? Well, we have a lot of ways to do it, but
yeah.
the issue is we are subscribing late. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That sounds perfect. I think that the subnet info is a low hanging fruit, so it makes sense to tackle it now.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. I think
Thinking
I'm
about that.
going to go with that. Except I'm really curious about what's happening with the 2%. So yeah, that's the idea
Right.
when I finish this one. So yeah, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't have any more updates. So I hope to see you all again tomorrow and have a good one.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.